Welcome back to the Chatting Average. John Lieber, John Sansoni, Adam Busak. Adam Busak, John Sansoni.
No. John Sansoni, Adam Busak.
All right, well.
For those of you who are listening on audio platforms, I apologize for that introduction.
Today's
We're
a big
all
day.
sitting, yeah.
Today's the February of the 1st, and a lot of things going on.
That's the order that goes.
It does in every country except for the United States.
The 1st of February.
The February of the 1st.
No.
The top 100 for MLB players came out earlier this week. We're going to touch on that a little bit, but we also have a very fun second annual The Chatting Average non-tender draft.
Woo!
Last year was a rough one for me, to put it lightly. So I'm really hoping for some redemption this year, gentlemen. It was my idea too. I was the one who pitched the non-tender draft, and then I just got absolutely smoked.
I think John won, correct?
I think I did.
Sounds about right. I drafted two guys that both ended up getting injured in spring training and missing the entire season. So that was kind of my anchor.
Well, things happen, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk first about the top 100. It's an arbitrary list of 100 players in Major League Baseball that are all somehow ranked slightly higher or slightly lower than the guy next to them. That makes you question, what? So, yeah. I don't know how we want to start. I was going to go, how many Braves are on this list? 4. Ronald Acuna, 14th. Matt Olson, 31st. Chris Sale, 38th. Drake Baldwin, 96th. Rockies?
Almost certainly not.
Hunter Goodman, 97th.
Really? Wow. Good for Hunter.
White Sox?
Surprising to me.
Colson Montgomery, 88th. And then the next story that that the MLB.com algorithm is suggesting for me is a White Sox story. So it says there's 17 matches. So there's actually 17 players on the top 100 from the White Sox.
I don't think that's fully correct.
You're not going to believe who tops the list here, John. Would you like to let us know?
Albert Suarez.
Correct. It's Albert Suarez at the top of the list, just like everybody expected. It's not Albert Suarez. It's Shohei Ohtani. Of course it is. The best player to ever put on a uniform, I guess, and hold a bat and throw the ball. Pretty important there. I don't know. I was just going to look and see. Guys, there's some things in here that we could talk about a whole episode of why the hell is Corbin Carroll in the top 10.
Yeah, especially after, I know his sophomore season was really the big regression season, but last year was certainly not his best year on a ball field. To see him make that big of a jump was very surprising to me. I will, however, say I was happy to see a really big jump from Cal Raleigh. I think 4th best player in the world is probably pretty close to accurate.
Yeah, Corbin Carroll, 5.8 WAR last year. He had a very good season. His team did nothing. They actually traded every single player on the team. But guys behind him are Vladdy, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Crochet, Yamamoto. I don't know. Maybe he does deserve to be up there, but maybe his team should start spending money. Bring back Eugenio Suarez. He's still available.
Surprising that he's still available. But yeah, the market continues to be slow.
Good.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's just not. We've kind of reached the point in the offseason where everyone's going to start signing right at the start of spring training. And, you're going to see a lot of weird like roster constructions. A lot of players are going to wear weird numbers because whoever has their number is some sort of minor league guy that's almost certainly not going to make the 40-man. So they got to wait for him to leave. So you're going to see, Eugenio Suarez wearing like 82 with the Yankees for no reason.
Put it on, AU. Come on, put it on, E. Come on.
All I'm
You can rock
82, wear it all season. Wear it all season.
Here's a
82?
question for you. Who is the greatest baseball player to ever wear the number 82? Like, that feels like a very easy title to claim. Wear it for one season and be, like, halfway decent.
Well, the Yankees are the only team that ever issues like 80s numbers with
Yeah,
regularity.
It's got a list right here. And it starts and ends with one man.
I'm just saying, it'd be very easy to claim this title.
George
Jorge
Valera.
Easy to do.
Briefly wore the number 82 upon joining the Giants in 2024.
How long did he wear it?
Briefly.
Briefly.
The next name on the list is Jeremiah Jackson, who is a rookie for the Baltimore Orioles. And the Yankees, James Rowson, who is wearing it right now for the sure.
For the sure.
It could be done. It could be done. Except for Johnny Lazor. He wore it in 1943.
Right.
Right. I don't
That's
think
true.
they invented
Give him a funny
the
number.
82 in 1943, dude.
I
They didn't
mean,
figure out how to count that high up yet.
it's like how in basketball they weren't allowed to wear numbers that weren't like 50. It was like 55. Like they always had to end in 1 through 5, or they could have like each digit had to be up to 5.
Because referees
So
can't,
referees
count
don't
on
have
more than
6
one
fingers.
hand at a time.
What would happen if you had a ref with polydactyly that had 6 fingers? Would you have like a special circumstance where a player could wear the number 6?
I think they did away with that rule semi-recently, but beforehand, I think the answer would have had to have been yes. It would have had to have been yes.
Like, what if you have 6 fingers?
I do have 6 fingers. I actually have more than
If
that.
you have 6 fingers on one hand, John,
It's important to be specific, John.
what job do you go to first, and why is it first baseman? Imagine that. Imagine a dude with more fingers than you have scooping a ball out of the dirt at first base.
What? How does that help? I do.
Yeah, you would have to get a custom glove. I guess you could probably do a little bit.
Middle infield. Think about
Feels
it. You
like
get
it would be more
barehand.
advantageous to make a wide receiver.
This is such a
perhaps.
dumb conversation, but how does it help anybody?
You got more surface area.
It's a glove, John. Have you ever seen the glove they caught R.A. Dickey's knuckleball with? The thing was half the size of the plate. Actually, it was the plate.
Well,
You're
okay,
making a dumb argument here.
maybe this doesn't go as far as I thought it would, but the thought's there, right?
Yes. Back to the top 100.
Okay.
The highest player to not be ranked last year, who's now currently ranked, is number 23 in the world, Nick Kurtz.
Yeah,
Ranked
that's
behind at 24 is Geraldo Perdomo, also not ranked last year. Does anybody want to guess how much WAR Kurtz had?
Like 4.
He had 5.4.
Really?
Do you know how much WAR Geraldo Perdomo had?
Probably like 7. Like he had a good year.
Exactly 7. So why? Hear me out. Why?
Perdomo
I think-
also on like his 3rd or 4th year in the league, kind of an established, above average major league ball player. Well, Kurtz
I think
not to say it was an outlier year, and he could end up being a top 20 player in baseball very easily over the course of his career. But at this point in his career, I don't think we have enough data to say that he's the 23rd best player in the sport.
I think this is the top 100 buying high, because you didn't have a full season of sample size there. You're assuming that within a full 162, Kurtz is able to start hot and maintain that momentum for a team that is playing in a smaller ballpark in warmer conditions, which is helpful for power hitting. Not to mention a team that is surprisingly heavily invested in its future around him, signing Jacob Wilson,
We need to talk about
Tyler Soderstrom. Yeah, Jacob Wilson just got signed to an extension with the
7 years, $70 million.
which for a player like him
as well.
it does pretty much just buy out his arbitration years. So he'll likely hit the market around the same time that he would, maybe a year or two later than he would with had they not extended him. But what this does, this is a significant payday for Wilson, someone who really came onto the scene strong as a hitter with above average plate discipline, someone who just did not strike out.
I would say I'd like to tell everybody he's played 153 games across 2 seasons. Does anybody want to guess how many strikeouts he has?
Like single digits.
No.
Okay. But it felt like it. Like 20.
49 across 2 seasons of baseball.
That ain't much.
That ain't much.
That ain't much.
And the one knock on him was always, well, he doesn't strike out, but he damn sure doesn't walk either, right?
No.
But he hit 27 last year, which, if you're looking at the ratio, it's not bad, but still not a lot of walks either.
It's a lot less than you would want, right? That on-base percentage is going to be lacking throughout
the OBP is 355 from last year.
And that's just not as good as it needs. Like that. That's just not where you need it to be. And that's going to be
at batting average
that plagues him throughout the course of his career. And clearly, the A's are willing to stomach that.
Right, but the bat to ball skills are
they're super evident,
very impressive, and I think this is the athletic staff, Mark Kotsay, and the rest of that team there, assuming that they can, or that Jacob can, with time, basically learn a little more about taking pitches.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, right? Is like he's so good at bat to ball that even like in a 3-0 count, he knows he can get to the bat wherever he wants it. So like if he wants to swing, he's going to swing.
Right.
And I think that's why you see so many non-walks, because do you guys remember last year? It was like 40 games in when he drew his first walk. And the dugout went insane because he didn't swing on a 3-0 pitch.
And
it was I remember that being a very early season narrative. That was an interesting one.
This Jacob Wilson kid is really good, but this dude does not walk. Like he refuses to take a free base. I like it though, and I know
no handouts.
When you think about it, like you put Jacob Wilson at the top of the order, followed by Lawrence Butler, Tyler Soderstrom, and Kurtz, and it's like, hey, that's a great 4.
Brent Rooker's still kicking around there too.
Brent Rooker is still around too. Like, that's a great 5. That's a good point. I forgot about Brent Rooker.
Hey, hold on. I call her Langoliers.
I do call her Langoliers. Langoliers is there too, and am I high on the Athletics?
Dude, the A's are putting together a squad. If only they could also put together a stadium for that squad.
Why now? Why now is my question.
Yes,
like we asked the same question last year when they signed Luis Severino, who didn't do that well. Let's be clear. Their ace was Jacob Lopez, which
I went to high school with that kid.
Listen,
I don't think it's the same Jacob Lopez, but
probably not. But
as a lifelong Colorado Avalanche fan, there is certainly something to be said for relocating a franchise right when they're starting to hit the opening of their window, because that's a really, really, really good way to ensure that your franchise, wherever they relocate to, is going to have some very hardcore, very lifelong fans.
Am
Like
I
going and putting a
right?
winning product on the field immediately, that would make a difference in a Vegas market that is, I'll say, difficult to cut through. That's the way I'll phrase that.
And I think
Right,
the other thing
and
is like
yeah.
when you look at this team, I can't, I'm looking at their depth chart, like their projected starting lineup, and like it's not bad.
Not
Kurtz,
really, no.
Langeliers, Soderstrom, Rooker, McNeil, Wilson, Elbutt, the younger Max Muncy, and Denzel Clark. And you've got Zach Geloff.
Geloff.
Anybody
Geloff.
know? Geloff. He had shoulder surgery in like September. So I don't know. I don't remember what that was. Is it labrum surgery? So he won't be back till like what, middle of the year?
It'll be a bit.
That'll
Yeah.
be a little while, yeah.
But like the rotation isn't bad either. Luis
And
Severino,
they've been
Jeff
giving out some
Green.
money to some free agents in the offseason too, which is not something
Yeah.
that franchise traditionally is largely in the market to do.
Right. I mean, the bullpen is not great. Just put that fully out there. Like the bullpen is bad. They've got one guy with over like more than a year of service time. They've got no veterans back there. But like, I don't know. Could be interesting.
H picked them to win the division last year.
Okay, now
Will he do it again?
Will he do it again? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen.
look, it is less crazy this year than it was last year.
Correct.
I won't say because I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but I do think they have a higher floor than they did last year.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I think that the AL West is going to be the most exciting division again this year.
Isn't it always?
It really is. But like last year, we were like, oh, it's going to be the most exciting division because it's going to be like the battle of the mid, and we're just going to figure out which team wins. And then it was like, hey, the Mariners won 90 games, and the Astros were 3 games off. Like, not terrible.
The Mariners were pretty good last year, dude.
The Mariners were pretty good last year. And like their 5th place team, the Angels, were 9 games under 500. That's it. 18 games back of the Mariners, but I don't know. Could be a fun. Maybe we'll start with the AL West. I don't know.
Who's to say?
I don't
Divisional
know.
previews coming up soon. Not this week, but soon.
No,
Soon.
I think this week it's time to get into the non-tender draft.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
If we have theme music, this is where the theme music would be.
Oh, here, I've got it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna add theme music,
Cannot
by the
wait
way.
to
I'm
see
not.
what's-
I'm not adding this in post. Like whatever happens, happens here.
That was kind of perfectly timed, wasn't
That
it?
was good. That was not bad. That was not bad.
All right, the non-tender draft. This is a list of non-tendered players. And would you like to know what a non-tender means, Adam?
Yes, I would, John.
It means a team that declines to offer a contract to a player that is under club control, usually those with about 1 to 3 years of service time by a set deadline, making them an immediate free agent to avoid potential arbitration salary costs or clear a roster spot, though they can still re-sign with that team or any other. Teams use this to shed potentially expensive arbitration-bound players, often for financial or roster management reasons, hoping to re-sign them for cheaper deals or just move on.
Were you just straight reading from Wikipedia there, or what was the? What was the
That was AI overview on Google.
No, even worse. Even worse. So those of you who are not here with us for last year's non-tender draft, the way that this puppy works is that the three of us are going to snake back and forth for 8 rounds, drafting players that have been non-tendered by their clubs from last season. We're each going to draft 4 hitters and 4 pitchers, and we're going to keep tabs on these players throughout the course of the season. Whoever's team compiles the most total WAR come season's end is the winner. Mr. John, would you like to establish the order we're rolling with for today?
I don't know which John you were talking to.
The order for today, I don't know if he was talking to me, but the order for today will be Adam, then myself, then John Sansoni. And then obviously it'll snake back, so it'll be Sansoni, myself, Adam. Then Adam, myself, Sansoni, and then Sansoni, myself, Adam, and then Adam, myself, Sony.
You don't have to keep saying it. You get the idea eventually.
But yeah, so Adam, you get your first pick here.
I do get my
and
first.
And who will he take?
A lot of intriguing picks on the board. A lot of intriguing bats on the board specifically because the pitchers are
not great, not sharp. It might be smart. It might be smart to draft a pitcher that is going to not play.
Yeah, I thought about that as well. I personally am going to go with a hitter to start with. I'm going to go with a hitter that has some all-star pedigree. Give me that Adolis Garcia, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to not think he was going to be 1-1, or at least a first-rounder. That's all the tools and none of the execution.
To see him non-tendered in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's what we thought, like, initially, right? Was what the heck? Hang on, I'm trying to do some housekeeping on the board so that we know people are off the board. But no, that's, I think, the obvious 1-1. Even if you are looking at pitchers, like, that's who you take, chat.
Yeah. Well, John.
Yeah, it is my choice now. Dude, here's the thing. Because I knew Adam was gonna take the obvious 1-1, but I feel like there's not an obvious second overall pick.
Not really.
I would agree with this. Yeah, this draft starts at pick number 2, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I guess so. Like, I kind of have to like set the market here, and I am checking one more player before I make a decision. I'm sorry. Oh, that made it so hard. Okay, hang on. Hang on, I'm so sorry. I really was hoping I had the first overall pick, guys.
He's like super vamping for time. This is incredible.
I am going to take Christopher Morel. I think he has a great year.
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
You know, I'm going to do one that is an old friend of mine from my last non-tender draft. Someone who I was very happy that I took last time, and I am hoping that he continues to contribute at the rate that he did in this last one. And that is Mike Tauchman.
That's a good pick. I also thought Mike Tauchman.
Just a great
noted Tauchman appreciator.
Great year with the bat. He's getting up there in age. I believe he's around 35 now, but someone who has consistently been praised by both people inside and outside of the clubhouse, and someone who I think sooner rather than later will end up with a team and be a valuable contributor to them. I come back around, and I suppose it's time for me to pick a pitcher here. And This is one that gets a little trickier because you don't have a super obvious top flight guy, in my opinion. There's a lot of just kind of
Really
fill
bad
here,
options.
which is
If you will.
by virtue of it being pitchers. You just really never know who's going to come in and out. But someone that does have a proven pedigree that is now in question with physicality is Evan Phillips, former closer for the Dodgers, someone who is dealing with a torn rotator cuff and then Tommy John surgery last May. He's not going to play for the entirety of 2026, but this is someone who, if he is at his best, immediately slots into a high leverage position in a bullpen that has really gotten better with the inclusions of players, namely Edwin Diaz.
I like that pick, John. Great job. It's back to me.
Oh,
And
great.
what was that for? Like,
What?
have you ever thought about being nice to me?
No.
Exactly.
This is pretty much how all of our production meetings go.
Yeah, those meetings that we do.
Just go, John.
I am going to take Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
There's no
I'm
way.
gonna take Andy Ibanez.
Oh my god.
Okay. Adam's whole board is getting stolen here.
That's
John,
not
who
true
did
at
you-
all, actually. My entire board is falling to me.
Really?
I'm assembling the Avengers, and by the Avengers, what I mean is washed up former Texas Rangers. So with my
Oh,
second
he's totally
round
going.
picks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna double dip on the bats and take
I know exactly who you're going with.
Jonah Heim and Nathaniel Lau.
Damn. I wanted Lau.
I didn't take Loud just because I don't know if he's going to get back to where he should be.
He had a good end of the season with the Red Sox.
He did. He had a good September.
He did, but we made a business decision. I should stop making business decisions.
Probably.
That's also what Mickey Doolittle thought after a year of having you as part of his administrative staff.
Stop! It's so mean.
That's not nice.
Not nice. Stop it. Bluey. I will be taking. Oh gosh, I'm taking a picture here, but it's coming down between two of them. Like always, we like to build suspense on this show. We're taking Albert Suarez.
Interesting.
I can't say I'm terribly surprised by that move.
What does that mean?
He has a track record of success.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you
I
want
don't
me to
know why
have
he
like a
got-
hidden?
I don't know why he got non-tendered, to be honest. He's never had a negative WAR season.
I think it's just injury questions.
True. Good point. Yeah. Adam, you have two picks. No.
No.
John,
Other
you have two
direction.
picks.
Okay, so for the first pick, I am going to take someone who had actually really good, or surprisingly good year with the Royals, and that's Taylor Clark. A guy who just signed with the Diamondbacks and could very easily contribute for them as a high value arm. And then, for this next one, if we're talking former Cubs, I'm pretty jacked up about this one. I'm surprised I could pull him off here. Reese McGuire. This is someone who, I'm gonna refrain on commenting too much on the off the field or on the lot activities, but did have a really good year as a backup catcher on the north side. Pretty high slug as someone who ended up kind of getting thrust into a near starting role at points during the season due to some injuries. And I think someone that you very easily trust to be your number 2 catcher.
Oh, he's certainly got some pop in that bat, dude. You trust him to crank it out of the park.
I don't know if I trust him to do a lot of things.
Adam? You should probably go now. Or no, John.
it's my turn.
You know what?
I want to skip John.
I'm sorry, guys. In the middle of all of that, I had no way of typing on the Google Doc, so I was like frantically trying to figure out why my computer wouldn't let me type. I'm gonna go back and take a bat here before some of the better bats are off the board, because a lot of the bats are off the board currently. I am thinking. Sorry, I wasn't planning because I was trying to literally type something and it wasn't typing. Making a quick decision right here, and we're going to take it. We're taking Ramon Urias.
I don't hate that.
Me neither.
He was
he had a 2.2 WAR season last year.
Yeah, quietly one of the better bats for a Baltimore team. It was not good. Good.
Adam, it is your pick.
It is. I've got 2. I need to get some pitchers on my board desperately because I currently have 0 of them. So I am going to go and get myself some nice, fresh Eli Morgan, please. With my second pick, am going to remain in the realm of pitchers, and I am going to grab myself a little Joey Lucchesi.
Ooh, yeah, he was one I had circled as well.
Same. Oh, okay. What do I have so far? Okay. I think it's time to punt on pitchers. Bad year for pitchers in non-tender draft.
Correct. 4 pitchers was optimistic for this year's class, I have to be honest.
Like I said, it might just be smarter to think of guys you don't think will play. I'm going to make a decision here, and I'm going to bet on a guy who had a terrible year last year.
Oh,
Michael Toglia, you are a John Lieber non-tender draft member.
Wow. I mean, talk about a bad year.
I thought somebody was going to walk into that bear trap, dude, and I'm just glad it wasn't me.
I wasn't.
Going to Cincinnati. He's going to Cincinnati to hit bombs.
For now.
Correct.
Okay. Is it my turn? Do I get 2?
Yes, double up.
Yeah.
So I'll go position player here, and this is someone who, admittedly, did not have a good year last year, but is young enough and versatile enough defensively to where I think he can make it work. Ronnie Simone is someone who I think could contribute for one of these non-playoff teams. There were flashes, and he's young enough to where you see the projections based on Baseball Reference around a 700 OPS. you would take that. Now, he had a 61 OPS plus last season, but bouncing around, not a very consistent starting time. I don't think they did him any favors. So, and then my next pick, give me Jacob Webb. Jacob Webb is someone who has every season he has had a above average ERA plus. Last season with Texas, across 66 innings flat, a 122 OPS or ERA plus, pardon, and now goes to the Cubs to join a team that could very well make a deep push as well. So I think Webb is someone that I am high on this year.
He was also on my short list. That's a snipe underneath my goalkeeper. I'm not happy about that one.
Oh no. Suck it.
Okay.
It is you, Mr. Lieber.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also the only one typing anything out, so I've also got to catch up. I'm checking in on injury updates, guys. All right.
Injury updates normally not things you get in the off season. Normally those come in spring training.
Well, we're picking Sam Henches.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Did I spell that right? I think I did, yeah. Adam, 2 picks.
2 picks. I am going to round out my hitter group right here, right now, and I'm going to do that with an outfielder. And as I look at the options set in front of me for the outfield, I look at a J.J. Bleday, I look at a Will Brennan, I look at a Jake Fraley. It's looking pretty bleak, pretty bleak here. There's one name I keep going back to.
Gustavo.
No. Athletically, he's past his prime, but I believe there might still be a little bit of magic left in the genie lamp. I'm taking MJ Melendez.
Wow.
This would have been such a John Lieber pick last year.
Yeah.
We love MJ Melendez because
absolutely we love MJ Melendez.
Anytime a catcher on the Royals got hurt, it was because MJ Melendez was trying to get out of the outfield and get back behind the plate. He was doing it on purpose.
He's pulling the strings, dude. Who's the original electrical substation?
Bro.
With my second pick, I now have to look at the pitcher ranks, so I am going to take a young man who escaped the clutches of the Colorado Rockies organization this offseason. Dugan Darnell, congratulations and welcome to the team.
Dugan Darnell. Okay, I am taking Ian Hamilton.
Any explanation on that, or?
I don't think any explanation is necessary.
I'm hoping that he sticks right around where his career's at and has a .2 WAR season. Because .2 WAR is better than negative .2 WAR.
Ain't that the truth?
Wouldn't Adam know? Adam somehow had 2 players not play last year and still had like a -9 WAR of his whole team.
It was pretty impressive.
So, do I get 2 here, right?
Yes,
that's how that works.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so my final pitcher will be Dauri Moreta, former Pittsburgh Pirate, someone who throws an arm side slider as a righty. I'm not kidding. Look it up. He has a really weird slider. But in his 16.2 innings pitched last season, a 134 ERA plus, 10.3 strikeouts per 9. This is a guy who at probably about to be 30 by the time you get into the start of the season. Still has some gas in the tank, and I think will end up contributing a little bit as well. As for the position players, boy, we really picked through a lot of good ones. This is
Ain't nobody
dire.
there.
Well ran dry very quickly.
This is dire straits if ever there were. I will take. This is not good.
This is why I
This
got
not
out of the
good.
batter market early.
You made the right move. Because on one hand you can buy high on a lot of these younger players, or buy really low on some of these younger players. But I am collecting miscellaneous unks on this team, which entirely means that Jake Fraley, welcome to the team. I need another rake fielder.
Fraley, baby. Rake
Rake
Fraley.
Fraley. Now, look, in limited spells with both the Reds and the Braves, around a 93 to 94 OPS plus, there's still something there. He's not that far from average. He's not really that far removed from having a above average. And I think that he still provides a value to a major league lineup. He's back with the Rays now. I think there's a decent chance that he ends up providing something to a team that is back in the Trop.
He is the most miscellaneous unk, perhaps, of all Major League Baseball players.
I love that tweet. Oh my god. I don't know if we can talk about the miscellaneous Unks tweet on this podcast.
I don't think we can.
It's a very funny. It's a very, very funny tweet. It's like seminal literature.
Mr. Lieber, what you got for me?
I'm trying to decide if I stick with the I hope this guy doesn't play for half the year motion.
What?
Because it's currently between two players. One guy who's not going to play for half the year, already known, and one guy who might play the whole year and fuck it all up. We are taking Jason Foley.
Really?
Jason Foley will be back mid-2026.
Beauty. Jason Foley will return in the non-tender draft.
Adam, you need a pitcher.
I need a pitcher with the last pick of the non-tender
Who is
draft.
Mr. Irrelevant?
The Mr. Irrelevant pick, and who perhaps is more fitting in the world for the Mr. Irrelevant pick than Alek Manoah?
And Adam just lost the draft.
He's not gonna play.
I know.
He's doing the John Lieber idea. If he doesn't play, he can't hurt me. That worked really well for Adam last year.
Yeah, two of my best players are the ones that sat out. Shout out Patrick Sandoval. I'll never forget you.
With all due respect, I think Adam has actually won the draft because his top three hitters are probably going to surpass like 9 WAR.
His top 3 hitters are just the 2023 Rangers. Like,
Yeah, but they're no longer in Texas. They won the World Series.
This is like that
World
one like Brooklyn Nets super team where they all were past their prime and none of them contributed.
There's like Kyrie, Durant, and
Harden.
Ben Simmons.
KD. KD, Durant, no, KD, Kyrie, and
James Harden.
Nice, dude.
Oh,
James Harden.
James Harden. That's right. Yeah, they didn't win.
Ben Simmons is not a serious contributor. He's fishing. He's doing major league fishing. I'm not kidding. He's bass fishing as a career
Ben
now.
Simmons is the most major league.
Incidentally, have you guys ever seen the
I can believe
logo for the Mizzou bass fishing team?
Yeah, it's the fish, but it looks like the tiger.
Hardest logo on campus.
It's
by
awesome.
far. It's
Head of a
incredible.
tiger, body of a bass fish.
Yep.
Bass
It's my spirit animal.
This must be an animal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the non-tender draft for the 2026 MLB season here on the Chatting Average. We'll check back on this throughout the season. I know last year we did it like every 2 months or so, kind of just whenever it was brought up, somebody went down and looked at it. I think we'll try to stay on top of it a little more and go month by month if we can. That way we kind of like see how it's going. Like, who knows? Adolis Garcia may walk in and be like the best player in the league and then just die in the second half. And
he's
just
done
become
on multiple
and like
occasions.
finish with like a .4 WAR because he was so bad in the second half or something like that. Or who knows? Jason Foley comes in July and is just lights out. That's not going to happen, but it could. And right now, John, it's time for
the grid, the immaculate grid. It's a 3x3 grid with 3 rows and 3 columns, which means 9 intersections to match a player to a stat, team, or award. Today's grid is a pretty interesting one, in my opinion. We have the Philadelphia Phillies, the San Francisco Giants, and played second base for a minimum of 1 game as the columns, as the rows, the Cleveland Guardians, the Washington Nationals, and the St. Louis Cardinals of St. Louis. I already have one for Washington second base, if you'll indulge me.
I guess.
Noted Nicaraguan baseball player, Jeter Downs.
Who?
Jeter stock going down. Yes.
Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks infielder, Jeter Downs.
What?
It's very funny to me.
I'm glad you said that.
All right. Second base for the Guardians.
Sure.
Second base for the Guardians. I mean, it could be like Angel Martinez.
It could.
Wasn't Yu Chang there for a bit? I'm like very World Baseball Classic pilled, so I'm thinking about Chinese Taipei star player Yu Chang.
We love Yu Chang.
Shout out Yu Chang.
Is he still in the league?
Last I remember, he was on the Red Sox. I don't know if he's on the majors anymore.
Hasn't played since 2023. Didn't he? Was 2023 the last World Baseball Classic? I guess that is. It does work every 3 years. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Way to go, John.
I have a Cardinal Giant for you, perhaps.
A giant cardinal?
Like a really big pope?
Ruben Tejada.
This is a great board so far, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I have a second baseman. I don't know how I feel about it.
Beckham.
I have a second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals.
So do I.
Lane Thomas.
The Lane Train.
I'm not kidding. He played second base. He played second base. This is someone I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide if I wanted him for the Nationals or the Cardinals there because he did it for both of them, like early in his career.
I have a Cardinal Philly to nominate.
Okay.
For the second consecutive week, I would like to throw out J. Happ.
Okay.
I have a Giant National.
It's a Giant National?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me Paul DeYoung.
Giant National.
I forgot he played in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. It was right after he got. I don't remember if it was in between him playing in Toronto or not, but he was there for like a second.
Sounds about right.
It was not very long. It was like probably 20 games or less.
What spots are we still looking at, Mr. Lieber?
We still need a Guardian Philly and a Guardian Giant and then a Philly Nat.
Philly
I know
Nat.
a Philly Nat.
Yeah?
Bryce Harper.
Point made.
What about Jorge Alfaro?
Sure. For a Philly Nat,
Yeah.
I spelled his name wrong. There we go. Jorge. Okay, we need the Guardians with Guardians and the Phillies Giants stuff here.
Phillies Guardian, noted Rockies farmhand Bradley Zimmer.
Giant Guardian?
Bradley Zimmer, notably from Zimmer Communications.
I was thinking about making that joke, but I thought it was beneath me.
Giant Guardian. How about
Right. Big
noted
Christmas.
Red Sox? Christian Arroyo.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was just thinking Giant Guardian.
Oh, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a round of applause and maybe even a drum roll, please? A rarity score of 2.
Wow.
Wow.
We're liking what we're seeing. We're liking what we're
Hardest spot on the board today was a Giant Guardian, 73%. Number one answer there, Kenny Lofton. Highest percentage from our answers, split between Paul DeYoung and Jay Happ with 0.6%. Lowest answer, shout out Lane Thomas. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. John, take us out.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitter at @TheChattingAVG. That's where we post all of our new episodes being released on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever else you find them. We're also on YouTube under The Chatting Average. We'll be back next week or the week following with something. I'm losing track of time.
The next episode will be a preview for a division. We haven't picked which one yet.
Updates about that possibly on Twitter, but no promises.
Tell us on Twitter which one we should start with. Maybe we'll put a poll out.
Tell Twitter to change the name back to Twitter.
It's true.
Somebody call Elon Musk.
All right, bye.
Bye.